On the line with me this morning is Amy Gaston, the Director of Education for the Marion Center School District. Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Amy, we're getting toward the end of the year, and I'm going to miss my school calls.
Absolutely. We are getting close to the end of the year. This year definitely flew by for us, and we're wrapping up this week with our prom on Friday evening, so our students are very excited about that.
I bet.
That will be happening at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, so looking forward to that at the end of this week.
Meanwhile, there's still a little bit of work left to do in this school year, isn't there?
Absolutely. We just finished up our PSSAs in grades 3 through 8, and kids have a break from exams this week, but starting up with our Keystone exams on the 16th through the 18th this coming week. So that will finish up our assessments, and then we'll be rolling right into preparing for graduation. That will be occurring on June 1st.
Wow.
So we're excited about that, yeah.
I should tell folks our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. When you get to this time of the year, as a director of education, and when you start to think about the way that a kid's school day works out, it's kind of hard for teachers to keep that continuity going, isn't it?
It absolutely is. But, we try to use any minute we can for learning experiences for the kids, and they just might look a little different toward the end of the school year. We have a lot of social activities going on. We had buses leaving this morning for field trips. Our senior trip is coming up, lots of just different activities. We have our Rain Elementary students coming to McCreary this week for swimming lessons, so they can be exposed to the pool here that we have on this campus. So we have a lot of things going at the end of the year, but we keep it as educational as we possibly can. Yeah,
that's one of the interesting things I think about the month of May. It turns, for the kids, it turns into a really fun month of school.
Absolutely. We definitely have some fun things going on. We don't just recognize our seniors, but also we have kindergarten graduation and sixth grade recognition coming up this year. We also have a lot of activities for our sixth graders happening so that they can meet the sixth graders from the opposite elementary school and get to know each other a little bit before they hit the high school and seventh grade together. So there's been a lot of social activities for that as well.
Yeah, that's always fun for them to meet new friends, and those friendships form pretty quickly. We have talked in the last couple of years with Marion Center and with the other school districts here in Indiana County about assessing how a year has gone, and especially in light of the pandemic and where students stood when they finally were able to get back into school, and the gap that became so famous or infamous for educators because there was admittedly some difficult times with kids not having been in classrooms together for a while. At Marion Center, when you get to the end of this particular year, does it have a different feel to it than last year did?
It absolutely does, and I think this past year has been the most normal feeling year for us over the past several. We are getting back to, when we're looking at assessment scores, seeing kids in the places we want to see them rather than seeing that COVID gap that was formed for a lot of our students. We're still feeling the pain from that a little bit in our early elementary students that missed those most important years with reading. So we have a lot of intervention programs going on and remediation at the elementary to close that gap for our students, and we are definitely seeing growth in that area as we look through that. So not just at the end of the year, we've been doing that throughout the whole year, but of course, PSSAs drive a lot of, what we contribute to success. So we'll be waiting for those scores as well and hope that we have closed some of the gaps that we've seen with our achievement since COVID occurred.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting that you have to assess where the students are, and then so you decide, okay, well, this program might address this shortfall over here, or maybe we design something different over here and bring them all together. And then you have to assess those measures to find out if they did what you hoped that they would do.
Yes, absolutely. And that's something we do ongoing throughout the school year, because we'd hate to get to the end of the year and find out that it didn't do what we wanted it to. So we have a lot of quarterly assessments that we look at as a data team and make sure, from the get-go that our students are showing growth, and if not, that we can change that intervention for that child, before we get the whole way to the end of the year. So we do a lot of work on that throughout the school year, and by this time of year, we're actually at a place where we can tell whether it's working or not, and if it's not, then we start digging into something else that we can try to use next year that would work better for us.
When dealing with universities and other higher education institutions, does the same sort of feeling enter into the picture there too? That they notice that they're the students that they were getting during the pandemic years were a little bit less prepared, and now we're catching up.
Yeah, I do think that they are seeing that, and actually we've seen that even with college grads coming in to the school after their college education, that things look a little different after COVID. And we have, worked really hard with our senior high students in the last couple of years developing what we consider soft skills, so that when they leave here, they have those skills that they need to be successful in the workplace or at college, and just to be good communicators with people, which we were lacking for a little while there as we were dealing with COVID.
All right, so we've been talking about the serious stuff.
Yes.
Let's talk about something a little bit more fun. The extracurricular activities are always a great opportunity. You've got some pretty good softball and baseball players that are making a move there, and track and field and these spring sports. For a student to fit all of that into their very busy schedule and still keep things in mind for education, it's a bit of a challenge, but it's a good one.
Yes, absolutely. And we do encourage our students to get involved in as many extracurricular activities as possible, because that is what makes the school years fun for our students. So we do encourage as much involvement. And if they're not involved in the sports, we encourage them to get out there and cheer for our teams. So the weather's looking really nice this week, so we're hoping we can, get our students out there to cheer on our softball and baseball teams as they make up some rain dates and put on a good show for us. They have been the last couple of games, so that's been really great.
Absolutely.
The other really exciting thing at Marion Center is our Excellence in Education Awards. I'm not sure if everybody has heard, but Miss Christy Hopper, our pre-K teacher, was selected as Marion Center's Teacher of the Year. And we had the dinner on Monday evening, and she was the finalist that won the car in Indiana County. So congratulations to Christy Hopper. I don't have enough time on the radio show this morning to speak to all of the great things that she does for our district, but she certainly is one of the best and deserves more than the car for all of the things that she does for Marion Center and advocating for the teachers here and advocating for her students and her families. So we were really excited to have the finalist of the Excellence in Education Award this year.
Is she giving people rides in that car?
I don't think she's gotten it yet, because I think she's able to pick out the color and everything that she wants. So we definitely will be hitting her up for that when she receives it, for sure.
Tell her you want it to be green and yellow.
That's right.
And have a Stinger logo right there in the hood.
Absolutely. We'll make sure we get her a nice big Stinger sticker so she can put on the back of her windshield.
It is, though. It's a wonderful program, and countywide, we got to see some real examples of students and teachers who do wonderful things, and I think that folks, if they were aware of all of the extra efforts that teachers like Christy put in, they would be amazed at what these teachers are doing for their kids, and it's all because they care for them so much.
Yes, absolutely, and we have a lot of great teachers here at Marion Center, and it was a great way for Indiana County and the Chamber of Commerce to show their appreciation for all the hard work that they all do, because all of the teachers in Indiana County definitely they put themselves out there every day and come in with a smile on their face and do everything they can for our students, and we can't thank them enough for that.
So we get ready in our final moments here together. We get ready to talk about the summertime. For somebody in your position, you look at curriculums and things of that nature all the time, I know. But when you open school again in the fall and students are coming in, sometimes the education style changes in terms of the curriculum. Will there be big changes of any sort, or more subtle changes to the education at Marion Center come fall?
We have just a few subtle changes occurring. We are adopting a new curriculum in our K through 3 ELA, so that will look a little bit different for next year. We will be doing teacher training for that over the summer and preparing for that. But we did just do new graduation requirements and a new curriculum setup at the high school 2 years ago, so we don't have any major changes to that. We have just a couple course description changes for next year, We are just looking at increasing numbers in some of the courses that we added a few years ago, like our robotics courses. We have 3D printing courses, our agricultural courses. We have a lot of new fabrication equipment in there. So, just getting the information out there to students and families about what we can offer in the current programs we have is one of our goals this summer, to get our numbers up in those courses.
Yeah, well, a lot of work to do over the summer, but a year of accomplishments already during this school year, and you can take a little bit of time at least to reflect on that. Amy Gaston, Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day today.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Hey, the county commissioners will be meeting this morning at 10:30. On the agenda today will include honors for both the Homer Center and River Valley girls basketball teams, and we certainly join in the congratulations to both of those teams. Pirates baseball will be happening this afternoon. 12:10 is your airtime here on WCCS, and it will be Rich Hill on the mound for the Bucks.